No longer bound, I'm running wild and free. I'm running. Ain't no more condemning. You dusted off my feet. I can see Janaka. You erased the matter. What is this part of me overstressing? No need to fight it. I realize Django don't got just in my academic. Cause it no easy if I try to live in there. And I don't wanna fall back. Not when I'm living easy. Freedom, yeah, yeah. Freedom.
I've been the jungle, away. You unchain me now, I'm like Django. And I am not the same. Can't tell me nada, remontada. Game is over, I am the winner. Cause I know one lose my composure. What is this part of me over stressing? No need to fight it. I realize that you don't got just in my agony. Cause I know it's safe, I try to lead in and I don't wanna fall back. I'm on out when I'm living easy. Freedom.
He gave us
Free love.
Hello, guys.
He gave us free love.
Who's excited to be on this class today? Good to have you guys on the call today. Who's in the room? If you're in the room, I want you to like drop your favorite comment, your favorite emoji. Good evening, everyone. Great to have you guys on the call. Yeah, drop your flag. Where are you coming from? Drop your flag. We're excited. Yeah, I can see Rose. Who else is on the call? I'm very sure that a lot of people. I want you guys to comment on the call, on the chat. Comment. Drop your comments. Show me how excited you are for today's class. Drop your comment. I'm still waiting on the comments. Yeah, drop your comment. Yeah, I see you, Rose. I see you. Where is Kelvin? Yeah. Where are the others? Just rep yourself. Represent your country. Drop your flag. We're not starting until you guys drop comments. So I'm waiting for you guys. Drop the comments. I need to know that you are ready. I need to know that you are ready before I start. Before we start. So drop the comments. It's a good Friday, another good Friday. Crazily, it's the last Friday of the month. So, I mean, it's a big one. Today's going to be a big one. Okay, I can see Nile. Welcome, Nile Odyssey. Hope I pronounce it right. I'm still waiting on you guys. I'm still waiting on the comments. Still waiting on the comments. So far, I've only seen Nile and Rose comments. And we're not starting until you guys drop more comments. So as you join on the call, just drop the comments. Introduce yourself, where you're joining from, what you're excited about today's class. So that I get to just to get the energy up. Still waiting on you guys. Drop your comments. Drop your comments. Drop your flag. Yeah, so we have Faith, welcome to the room. You're from Nigeria. Yeah, I see you. Repping Nigeria very well. Welcome, Faith. I'm still waiting for more comments. The comments are signal for us to start, so we need to see a lot of comments. We need to know that you guys are up and ready. You guys are ready for today's class. You guys are super excited. So once you join the call, once you join the room, just drop your comments. Once you join the link, just drop your comments. Introduce yourself, where you're joining from, why you're excited about today's class, maybe what you learned from the last classes if you were in attendance, and what you're expecting in today's class as well. Yeah, I can see you're excited to learn. Yeah. Most excited to teach. So drop the comments, keep the comments coming. Yeah. Good to see you, Kelvin. Yeah, repping Ghana. I was waiting for your act of you. The true Ghanaian. Repping Ghana, Faith repping Nigeria, Rose repping Haiti. So we have 3 countries so far. We need more. We need more. We need more countries. We need more. We need more representatives. Yeah, I'm also excited. No, you're not late. Don't worry, Kevin. Good to have you on the call. Good to have you on today's class, as always. Ghana well represented. So once you're joining in, the drill is you introduce yourself, tell us where you're joining from, why you're excited about today's class, and what you hope to learn. Yeah, because today we're going to be exploring how to get full results from any AI. So irrespective of who you're working with, you have the necessary skill and knowledge to explain properly. And then there's also going to be live demonstration for you to see, because it's not about just teaching theory. We also do the practicals here. So just introduce yourself, where you're joining from, because this is a global class. Yeah, we have people joining from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Haiti, from US. So just introduce yourself and what country you're joining from. So let's know what country is represented. Yes, you can't afford to miss this session. This session, last Friday of the month. By the way, happy new month in advance. So it's just like prepping yourself for the next month. So you should not miss today's class. Definitely, no one should. What's up, Ghanaians? What's up, Nigerians? Where are the Americans? We're still waiting for the comments. We're not starting until we get more comments. Drop your comments. Let us know where you're joining from. Where you're joining from. Why you're excited to join today's class. Yeah, Ghanaians are ready. Nigerians are also ready, trust me. Of course, Nigerians are also ready. Still waiting for the comments. Yeah. See you, Kelvin. will be starting soon. So drop your comment, represent your country. At least let's know that we have representatives all over the world. Because the more countries affected, the more the impact. That's the idea. And we are on a journey to reaching 1 million. So rep your country well. 1 million people to be. Yes. Hello, Annie. Nice to see you again, of course. Welcome from US. So US is well represented. Annie has represented USC. Yes. I need to know you guys are ready. So more comments. I need to know you guys are ready. Drop more comments. Okay, Stephanie, I think it's. Can you introduce yourself, where you're joining from? Excited to have you.
I believe is that South Sudan? What's that flag? I believe it's South Sudan.
Yeah, I think that's. Can you specify what country that stands for? So know where you're joining from.
Yes, let us know your flag. We love it. Welcome, everyone. We are about to get started right now. I'm so excited that everyone is here. Yes. Oh, it's not South Sudan. It's just Sudan. Okay. So excited that everyone is here. Welcome. We're going to get kicked off. You guys already know the drill. So this is the first time we're having South Sudan in the building, or Sudan in the building. So please let us know how you found us, because we love it. So we have Sudan, we have the US, we have Ghana, we have Nigeria, we have Haiti. This is so beautiful. Where's our South Africa? Last week we had South Africa represented. Oh, South Sudan. Yeah, I knew it was South Sudan. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's South Sudan. I love it. And so we are going to get started. Thank you to Professor Stanley for starting us up. And now we're going to get into everything. And it's going to be a good time. This is our last free class. And so I want you to share. Feel free to share the YouTube link, but also feel free to share the LinkedIn link as well. Because on LinkedIn, we're definitely seeing less people. Everyone comes on YouTube. I don't know why, but LinkedIn is also on live. So share on LinkedIn and let people know we're here. Make sure you're putting on your WhatsApp status. This is the last free class of July. There will be more classes, but they're going to be very far and few between moving forward. It's going to be more digital content, newsletters. It's going to be more of LinkedIn posts and trainings and teachings, and of course, our lab. And so let us make sure that we're sharing this with everyone. I'm not seeing, oh, LinkedIn is lagging a little bit. Got it. I'm not seeing too many comments. And so before we get started, we're going to get everyone activated. I want everyone to be on the level of Kelvin. And so what I want you to do is tell us where you struggle with AI when it comes to prompting, when it comes to giving AI a task. Where do you specifically struggle? We want to hear from everyone. And this is going to help us make sure that we answer your question. Professor shows you in a demo how to fix that. And so specifically type where you struggle when it comes to prompting. Is it finding the right tool? Is it just knowing what to say? Do you feel like you type too slow, so you want to use voice? Like, what is the problem? Okay, Princess, we're happy to see you. Please let us know where you're calling in from. She said she struggles with writing good prompts. that is going to be solved today. We're going to make sure we teach you how to do that. And so that's amazing. I'm happy to hear that we have an answer here. So that is one answer of many that I'm expecting. And we can stay here all day. Listen, I can't stay here all day. I actually have a wedding to go to, but we don't have to start this session. If we don't feel the hype, if we're not getting the answers, then that means you guys aren't engaged. That means you guys aren't present. And if you're not engaged and present, then why are we here? Okay. So as your professor today, I need you to follow as we teach. So even if you are at work or if you're on your lunch break or wherever you are in the world right now, give us a couple of comments and then don't worry, the rest of the time you can just watch. Okay, Princess is saying that she has to usually write 4 separate prompts. It's never detailed enough. Rose is saying finding the right tools. Okay, that's good. That's 2 people. I'm waiting to hear from more. Until I hear from at least 5 of you guys on here, we're not getting started. Because this will be on replay, so trust me. The work will get done. Princess and Rose are the only people I see. Make sure to type out your comment on YouTube or on LinkedIn. I don't know why no one's on LinkedIn, but definitely feel free to join on LinkedIn. Yeah. And while you guys are writing your answers, I'm going to head and just give the intro. Okay. He says, what's the best chat bot out there? Is it Claude or is it ChatGPT? Ooh, that's a question. I don't know if we're getting paid enough or getting paid at all to tell you which one is better. But we're definitely going to answer that today. I think I have a preference and Stanley has a preference too. So I think it's based off of who you are a little bit. But before we get into everything, we just want you to know why should you stay to the end, and to introduce ourselves and to welcome you. Feel free to grab your notebook, get excited in the chat, and then stay to the end because there's going to be some goodies. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the goodies right now. So the prompt pack. So for all of you guys who are talking about your prompts aren't good, you don't know what to say, we're literally going to send you our starter guide to the prompt pack. And this is going to include everything Stanley is going to teach you today. So literally you can just verbatim copy and paste, or use it as a guide, use it as a template, use it as a standard, right? And then you will also get the recording. So I know this is going to be recorded and many of you are at work or something and you're just listening in. And so feel free to listen in now and then rewatch later, or actually watch the build later as well, so you can deeply understand what he was doing. And just a little bit about who we are. So I'm Yamiche Wilson, and this is Stanley as well, Professor Stanley as we call him. And we are 2 people who are really just interested in making sure that the world has access to AI. Why? Because we both know that especially our people, women of color, Black people, women in general, people of color, are seemingly behind in AI. And AI is something, it's much like the internet. It is not something that you can be behind in. As you continue to be behind in AI, it's going to deeply affect your productivity, how effective you're going to be in the marketplace, how effective you're going to be in your industry. And it's going to affect the inventions and innovations that you can make. Because right now, literally every industry and every field is being bombarded with new AI tools every 5 minutes. And if you are not even able to prompt or understand AI, you're literally keeping yourself out of a world of information, out of a world of access, out of a world of wealth, wealth right now, I can tell you for free, there's nothing in the next 10 years that is not going to be aided or critically dependent upon AI as new inventions in the world. And so if you want that billion-dollar business, million-dollar business, million-dollar practice, you better start understanding AI. And I'm someone who has used AI to raise money. I've raised over $1.7 million with AI tools, writing my grants with AI. I never had a grant writer. It was literally me and ChatGPT, right? And Stanley is a technician. He is someone with a computer science degree, went into AI, transferred over there, and has been doing AI for the past 3 years, learning, teaching courses, developing courses. And so you get the best of both worlds with us. I'm going to give you the real deal strategy, marketing, branding, how to use AI in practice. And Stanley's going to give you the technicality of it. Even if you don't know how to code, he's going to make sure you understand how to use AI like an engineer. And so I think it's the best of both worlds. And so the mic is yours. I want also for us to put in the chat, since this is our last session together, I want us to put in the chat what we have learned. How have these classes been effective for you? What did you take away? And then I'm going to share some of those testimonials on the screen. So you just have to put it in the chat. What have you learned? I know people have built products, built apps. I know people have done so much, and we haven't publicly shared it with the world yet, but we just want you to take the time to give us a little comment about your time here and what you've learned. And then I'll make sure to put it on the screen and share it to the world. Because I think what is most important here is that we understand that there's proofs, there's evidences. I never want to do anything or be a part of anything that doesn't have evidence. And so we're just making sure that everyone can see all the beauty that we've done. So make sure to put that in the comments, and then we'll get started. So prompting is something that is so critical. And the reason why it's critical is because it's the one skill within AI that transfers across every tool, every system, every plan, right? And so if you don't know how to prompt effectively, you are just not going to be effective in using AI. It is like mathematics, right? It's something that everyone has to learn. Everyone has to know. Numbers are going to come up in your life. So you need to at least know how to add and subtract. That is how prompting is in the world of AI. It's a transferable skill that is critical. And most of the time, it's not the tool that you're using, it's how you're prompting the tool that you're using. And so when you don't feel like you're getting top tier results, it's really because you're not prompting the GPT or the Claude in the way that would make sure that the result that you're seeing in your mind, the result that you're thinking of, the expectation you have, it's not getting there because you're not prompting it well. One of the most critical things you can do in starting with AI is just come to AI with a critical mind and to ask questions. Most of you think AI is just going to give you answers, but AI learns how to give you answers based off of how you prompt it, based off of the history of your prompts before. It like literally builds and learns with you. And so this is why you have to take the time, not necessarily to write long prompts, but you have to take the time to be able to understand how to question your AI, how to push it to question itself, how to push it to go off of research, how to push it to look up statistics. Like, one thing about me is that I don't believe people or anything easily. And I think that's a skill set that you need when it comes to AI. You need to be able to understand that you can't just trust the output it gives you. Literally, I think on almost every tool, it has a little footnote of like, sometimes the AI responses are going to be incorrect. And that's true. Sometimes AI responses are incorrect, right? And so if you just think and believe everything that AI spits out, it's not going to give you the best optimal results. And so prompting and the skill set that we're going to teach you today, it works on every tool. So some of you are saying, should it be GPT? Should it be Claude? Should it be, what's it called? Hyper agents? Should it be, Gemini? Listen, it's not really the tool. Pick a tool, right? It's really your ability to prompt it and your ability to have a history. AI is kind of like dating someone. Like, it's really about your history, the time spent, the conversations had, right? That is what is actually going to make your results the best. And right now, most of you are using AI like Google, right? And AI is not just simply a search engine. You can't just put, how do I make fried eggs? Like, how do I make eggs? What kind of eggs do you want to make? Are you doing fried? Are you doing hard boiled? Like, are you doing sunny side up? And what skillet are you using? Are you using cast iron? Are you using stainless steel? Like, these are the things that allow AI to actually give you a better result. And so when you are talking or prompting to your AI, try to be as specific as possible. It's not necessarily about the length, but it's about the specificity. Or if I said that wrong, if I said that correct, anyway, my English is not coming today. It's about how specific you are, right? So for example, just with the egg example, very simple. Instead of saying, I need to learn how to make eggs, you need to just simply add a couple of words to that. Teach me how to make hard-boiled eggs or make sunny side eggs in a stainless steel skillet. Simple. So even though I didn't add that many more words, my prompt is going to be vastly different than when I prompt with teach me how to make eggs. If I put teach me how to make eggs, most of the time your AI is going to prompt, but it's going to give you questions back, right? And now you're just wasting time. And if you're using credits, you're wasting credits. And we know that is not helpful, right? And so let AI ask you questions and let you ask AI questions, right? And what I like to do is, even before I prompt things, especially if it's something like an idea, I typically start with questions. I love asking AI questions. I think it's the cheat code. If you want to make, for example, an app, start asking AI, I want to make an app for the global workforce to help them understand how to find scholarships. What platform do you think is the best for this kind of idea? It's probably going to tell you something like WhatsApp, right? Because WhatsApp is the most globally used platform. Okay, why do you think WhatsApp is? Then it's going to tell you why. Okay, can you compare WhatsApp to at least 3 other platforms and tell me the pros and cons of each? Okay, then it tells you that. And right now, what you're doing is you're not just asking AI questions. What you're actually doing is building your business model. You're building your business infrastructure as well. So when someone asks you, why did you choose WhatsApp for this product? You're not just saying, oh, I just built it with AI and I just use WhatsApp. No, you now even have an answer to that. And so when you prompt in a way that asks AI questions and allows AI to ask you questions, you're learning, you're building the framework and the foundation of whatever you're building. And then also you're learning how to talk to AI. Right? And it's learning how to talk to you, because in all of these questions, now AI is starting to learn how you think. It's starting to learn what questions you ask. And so in future iterations, it's likely going to just give you those answers up front. Right? And so this is why you need to be able to come with a critical mind when you approach AI and come ready to ask questions. Do not think AI is just supposed to give you the best answer. No, you grow into that answer. That is why I said AI is much like a relationship. The more conversation you have, the more time spent, the more information that you share, that you're willing to share, is how effective your AI prompting is going to be. At this point, my AI, I can ask it anything. For example, I was at my friend's birthday. This is a real example. I was at my friend's birthday last night. And surprise to us, she took us to a recording studio. I did not know we were going there. She did not tell us. And we all had to do a rap to a beat. And I'm like, what? I'm like, girl, how do you have us at a recording studio with a Grammy award-winning producer and we have to do a rap? And I don't rap. I didn't know I was coming to do that. So I'm so unprepared. But because my GPT has so much knowledge about me across many things, across business, across personal, across, vision boards, across all these things, across my awards, my bio, I was like, literally make a rap on a very fast rap based beat, much like this kind of song. And I want each line to be very short, maybe max 3 words, and I need 10 lines. And literally what it came up with, I did this in like my first prompt. What it came up with was phenomenal. They were like, we need you to rap right now. So I literally went on the mic and did the 10 lines that the AI gave me. And that's because I've spent time, I've been with my, like, it knows how to say things that I want to say, right? And so this is the most critical thing about prompting. And I want you to understand these 4 things so that we can get to Professor Stanley, is that you must understand when you come to the prompting, what is the role you want your AI to be in that place? Do you want it to be the lawyer? Do you want it to be the marketing person? Do you want it to be your copywriter? Do you want it to be your resume writer? Do you want it to be your career coach, right? What's the role? What's the context of that role? For example, many of you are looking for a job. So AI can serve as your career coach, right? You give it information, you give it your resume, you give them what you want to do, and then that's the context we're talking about, right? Once you have context in there, it can produce so much more because now it's pulling from your real resume. And now you don't have to describe to AI, your past experience or background. It has it, right? And there's not one tool that does not take uploads. So you can literally upload your full resume. Then it needs constraints, right? This is where you tell AI what's in your mind. You want a job, but you don't just want any job. Many of you want a work from home job. These are the things that you tell it. I want you to make an alert for a work from home job that is only working Monday to Friday, is in the New York City metropolitan area, or it's in Accra, it's in Atlanta, it's in Lagos, and it's in South Sudan. Or actually, I don't want anything from there. I want a global opportunity in the UK, right? These are the constraints that you have to tell AI. And then lastly, you have to give it a format, right? And so, for example, for me, I don't like a lot of notifications. I don't like too much talking. I don't like that. It's stressful to me. So all of my AI is taught and trained to give me one alert in the morning that I will read on my own time. So like I told you guys in sessions before, I have a chief of staff, which is an AI agent, Daniel, actually. So Daniel sends me a message every morning with everything I need to do, what has been completed, what is still open, and across my businesses. So Black Sisters in STEM, Flourish with AI, my mentor relationships. It gives me a whole breakdown per the day. It tells me how many people have signed up, how many people are on the wait list, how many people have signed up for like the starter pack or for the bonus room session. Literally, I have given it a clear format every single day, right? And so even as you're working with these agents, a lot of your agents aren't doing what you need it to do because you're not being specific enough, right? And so on this slide, for example, we're showing you the same question, but just 2 different answers that come up, right? And so this is why prompting is so critical. And I'm just going to skip through this so that we can get to the live build. But I want you to know that you need to treat your prompt always like a work in progress. Do not feel the need to write paragraphs. It's really a waste of time, especially if you're on a new tool, because you have not even given context. You have not even asked questions. Like, let all these things be step by step. Let it be one to one to one. Start with asking questions, then start in giving your own feedback, right? I always give my AI feedback. Oh, you said this, but I don't really agree because of this, right? And then it will say, oh, and I always put debate me. I always put in my AI free hack, debate me across all my prompts. So after it gives me something, I say debate me. And then it will say, I see your point. And then it will give me its points. And then I will go back and give my points. And then we usually settle on something. And a lot of times I'm learning because you don't know everything. And so when I say debate me, I'm saying AI to debate me with its plethora of information. It has every research, it has Google embedded, right? So it can pull up statistics I don't know, it can pull up research I don't know, it can pull up trends I don't know. And this is why prompting is more of a conversation. It's not for you to just dump everything at one time. It's usually not effective that way, right? And when you found a prompt that works, save it. Tell your AI to save it. There's so many times, especially depending on the tool you have, most tools have something called skill sets. You can actually have your AI be able to train itself on skill sets that are things that you're going to repeat. So, for example, my AI agents write a lot of emails for me. So, what I did was I started off by sending them previous emails, asking the AI what they thought about the emails, what they thought could be better, give me some statistics on why they are saying it could be better, give me some trends on what emails work the best, give me some trends on subject lines. So I'm doing all of this. I gave it context, I'm asking questions, I'm giving feedback, I'm pushing. And then all of that was just to create Yamiche's email skill set. So now my AI is able to build to email at every time, at any time. Half the times I don't even really review the emails anymore. And so it doesn't automatically send them because I haven't given it that full license yet, but it will draft them and I'll be there and I'll be seeing all these drafts in my email and I'll be like, what is this? Then I look at it and it would literally have a draft to a mentor who I haven't reached out to in 6 months. It would have a draft for my for someone that I'm going to meet. It even had, I just met someone and I'm going to meet another person and they're two separate people. It automatically draft for me an introduction to for each of them, for me to introduce each of them, because I didn't even realize that they were so connected and I could be the connector, right? And so my chief of staff did that and used the email skill set that I've trained it on to write those emails. And so when I saw the drafts, I literally just hit send. I literally just hit send. And this is the world we want you to get into. And so now I'm going to hand it over to Stanley, and we're going to do a live build together because we want you to see this live and we want to show you what it looks like. And so I want to get some Professor Stanleys in the chat. I know you guys have been listening and learning, and I love that. But as we enter into this live build, I want to see Professor Stanley in the chat. So let's drop him. Let's drop it in the chat. Let's hype him up. Let's let him know that we're ready, right? I always tell you, free life hack, always hype up the men in your lives. It's going to make sure they do the best. And so Professor Stanley is here. Yes, let's welcome him. Let's make sure he is excited and knows you guys are excited so that he can give you the best build. Because some days he gives you better builds than other days, right? So it's based off of your energy, actually. So Professor is in the building. I'm going to hand it off to him and I'll be back. All right, guys.
Thank you very much, Amiche. So Picking up for when she stopped. Before I start, what we'll be building today is we're going to be building a portfolio. Basically, what better way to end our life class today than building a portfolio for ourselves? So basically, what we'll be doing, we'll be exploring using AI tools. We'll be exploring using Lovable. Also try out using V0. These are all tools that you can use to build websites. So we're going to build a portfolio. The process I'll use building while building this portfolio is also going to involve us creating the prompts ourselves. Yeah, I'm going to explain to you the right way to create the prompts and the idea around writing prompts like this. And you could use the same concept for creating future prompts, whichever in whatever tool you decide to use or whatever task you're trying to achieve. Because, like, if you remember from the last slide, the basic framework that we're using for creating our prompts comprises four key elements. The first one being the role. The role which tells the AI what role to take, and that's like the idea of introducing role is like a very big and common prompting practice, even for used by top researchers. Basically, there are a lot of research paper that's been written around the advantage of using roles, because when you give an AI a role, it start thinking in line with that role. And then the next thing apart from role is I'm just going over that so that when I present the prompts, you guys can understand how we came about that prompt. The next thing is also the context. Context is very important. You need to have a lot of context. Context in the sense that anything that the AI needs to work effectively, because the AI is basically the best ideology or the best way to see an AI system, a new AI tool when you are hopping on it, is to see it as an intern that has massive ability to do a lot of things, but it's restricted in terms of the amount of information it knows about you and about the task you want to give it. So you need enough context for it to work effectively, um, for it to be able to build something that is aligned to you and to what you are trying to achieve. And then the third one up next to context is constraint. Constraint gives the AI guidelines and rules that guide it as it's working, so that the AI doesn't go beyond what you want it to build, or doesn't go off grid, basically, because you have your choices, you have your preferences, you have what make something good to you. So a site that looks beautiful to me might not be beautiful to you. Something that looks good to you might not be good to someone else. So when you are using AI for your tasks, you have to give it clear constraint just to ensure that it achieves that task based on your preference. And then the last one is the feedback. And feedback is just you giving AI feedback, because um, most times, most tasks, especially when you're dealing with building things or setting tasks with AI, you have to have a back and forth conversation with the AI. And the reason for that back and forth conversation is so that you can give AI feedback every now and then. When it does prepare what you have asked it to do, it gives you an output. You can look at the output, rate it, weigh it to see if it's good enough. And if it's not good enough, you can give it feedback and tell you, okay, this is what's wrong with what you did the last time. And your feedback has to be very clear, because if it's not clear, the AI would be doing the same mistake over and over again. So you have to be very good with giving feedback as well. Just the same way you work when you're working with a new intern and you're onboarding an intern on your company, the same process. That's the same way we have to see prompting. And once you have this basic understanding, prompting any tool, regardless of the tool, is way easier. It's not really a big deal. It's not going to be like a massive headache. And yes, giving examples too, like giving it formats in terms of the specific format you want it to present the information, and giving its examples also a technique that you have to implement when you are giving a prompt. So for this, we're creating a portfolio, and I've prepared a prompt. I'm going to take the prompt, and we're going to study the prompt, how it was generated together, and we'll use that prompt on both tools to see what we can achieve or what we can build. So Lovable is a very beautiful tool, as you can see. It's very useful for creating websites. You can see inspiration. When you scroll down, there are a lot of beautiful designs. You can actually explore some of these designs and whichever one makes sense to you, you can explore them. But it just allows you to build really beautiful website basically. So we have on the prompt is the role. So the role is telling the AI what it is and what it's about to do. So you are a world-class portfolio designer and front-end developer. So when you're creating a website, of course, you want a world-class portfolio designer and a front-end developer. You want those are the people you reach out to when you're creating a website. So you're telling the AI, take this role. This is what you're supposed to act as currently. Whatever a front-end developer will do, that's the way you should approach this problem. Whichever way a portfolio designer will approach the problem, that's the same way, that same line of thought is what you should implement when working. So you have built personal sites that got people hired, funded, admitted, and picked the opportunities they wanted. You know what a hiring manager, a scholarship reviewer, or a potential clients look for in the first 10 seconds, and you know how to build for it. So you've given it a personnel, you have given it a personality. So now the AI, once it sees this instruction, is going to try to act like this. Now, by acting in this format, it presents you with better quality because this is kind of person you want to handle your portfolio website creation. So that's why you have to define the role. You can be flexible. You don't have to overthink it. You can be as flexible. You can tell it all the things you want it to act as, just like the way you want it to act when working on that particular task. So that's the role. And then you give it the task. I want you to build my personal portfolio website. Now, um, to get now you give it context after giving it the role. The next thing you have to give it context. Now, there's a technique that if you notice from the previous slide, she was talking about the fact that you can ask AI question and you can tell AI to ask you question. Now, when prompting AI, if you don't know what you need to tell the AI, there are certain tasks where um, you want to work with an AI to carry out a particular job, but you may not really know what the AI need to work effectively. In that case, you will need basically you will need in that case you need the AI to ask you those questions because you are not clear about, you don't know the kind of questions the AI expects or the kind of context the AI expects to work effectively. So you can just tell the AI, okay, based on this rule, I need you to ask me questions that will help you build this exceptionally well for my exact situation. You decide the question. I do not know what you need, and this is your job. Keep them short, ask them in one message, and if it helps, ask me to share one or two sites or styles I like so that you can match a direction. Then stop and wait for my answer. Do not assume and do not start building yet. So now, by doing this, you are giving the AI ability to gather more context beyond what you can provide yourself because you might not know what exactly the right contexts are. And you can use the same strategy irrespective of the tool. If you're working on ChatGPT and you're trying to get something done, you can say, okay, AI, I'm trying to achieve this, but and I need you to ask me a couple of questions that will help you get the right context for you to work effectively with regards helping me get this task done. That way, the AI will ask you a couple of questions, you give it the answers, and because it has the right context, it can give you a very accurate result. Then after that, you said the next thing is once I answer, I use everything I told you plus the best design, copywriting, and UI judgment you have to build a site that fits me specifically, my goal, the people reading it. These are all instructions. These are all part of the task. My field and my personality. Choose the style, the layout, the tone, the visual style that make my case the strongest. Do not reach for generic. Now, this is where the constraint starts. Do not reach for a generic template. Make their template choices and make them good, and then build it as a polished, fast, fully responsive single page. These are all constraint. You're giving it constraint on the things that it should not do and things it should do or rules. Write every word in my voice, clear, real, or no hype and no filler. When you finish, give me a short summary of the choices you made, section by section, so that I can tell you what to change. Treat this as a final draft which we will treat this as a first draft which will improve on together. So we have a good prompt. We can always adjust the prompt to our own test, but it has to take that structure of there's a role, there's the context, enough context. You can even tell it to ask you questions to get more context. There's the constraint and the formats that you want, and you could act as much as possible. Now I'm going to send this to the AI for us to see what it does. So based on this, we expect the AI to ask me a couple of questions first before it start working, and we'll just wait for that. And we could, because I wanted to explore this on different sites, I'm still going to do this. I'm still going to paste the same prompt on a different site called V0. So I'll share this tab. So you see it's the name of the website is v0.app. You just go to v0.app, you search for it. When you search for the V0 app, you sign in, and you can also use V0 to create websites as well. So once you just basically have to log in. So I think it will ask me to log in. So you paste, let me just quickly sign up, log in. So let's check why it's still at that. So it's asking me a question, who are you and what is single out on this I should produce? Yeah, I'm just going to answer some of these questions, not all of them. Proof. Then I click on next. Share one style or 1 to 3 sites or style you like. So I could tell it, okay, I like blue color. Should I say blue? No, I like pink. Let me, I just want to say pink and and orange. But you should know better. The best color combo for me based on my career path and what the portfolio will be about. So I'm even telling the AI this so that the AI, because I just told you what I prefer, but then pink might not be the best option for me. So I'm telling you, okay, based on my CV that I'm going to send to you and my career paths and those contexts you have, you could choose the best color for me. You can suggest. Then how do you want to come out? How do you want to come across? How do you want to become across? To come across, and what content list should be on the site? So for this, I could add my email. Tell it my email is this. I could give it one of my email, just a dummy email. Then give it my GitHub, my CV, my socials. So for this case sake of the class, I'm just going to skip. I'm just going to put only my email, and yeah, I could just skip with my email. Then I'll click yes, submit. No, before submitting, yeah, I'll submit. Then I could tell it before it start building. I'll wait for it. If it asks for more questions, if not, if it start building, I can tell you, okay, no, don't start building first. Give me, I want you to get context from my CV. Now let me get my CV quickly. So I didn't realize I was not sharing the right tab, but so it's asking me to attach my CV and one line on the goal. What should this site get you? A job, a client, or what? So I'm going to attach my CV, get my CV, and attach that. Quickly get my CV. Okay. So quickly get here. So I get my CV, I could send it to the AI, and then I could tell it to ask me more questions in terms of style, or I could just let it move freely. But the idea is you should give it as much context. You should ask it, okay, this is if you feel like okay, this information, I could just tell it if you feel like the information so far is not sufficient enough to get me the best portfolio. Feel free to ask more questions. Now, if you see the way I'm approaching it, I'm always telling it, okay, you need to get context. So ask me questions. Let me know whatever in terms of style, whatever question you need from me. Ask me the questions and I'll respond to them. Now, the more context I give it, the better the portfolio creation is going to look like. So while at that, I'm back to V0. I'm going to paste the same prompt, exactly the same prompt, just so we compare the difference, the different creation tools and see which one performs better. But it's still the same idea of giving it the prompt, the needed prompt, and then drafting that prompt based on the four elements and the four things that are needed for a very good prompt to work effectively. So I copy the prompt and I just easily paste it at V0. So because V0 works in such a way that once I paste something, it doesn't really show me. So I might not really, okay, actually see the prompt. So yeah, you can see the prompt here. You could just send that to V0 and wait for it to ask you questions. So V0 also codes Lovable and see what it has for us. So it has read the CV, which of these sites, who is this site mainly for? And it's asking me a question based on the CV. What should it get you? So I'm saying okay for freelance and consulting clients. Then I'll click okay. Your CV lists Stanley Amani, but you gave Stanley Amani 11 at Gmail. Which email should be on the site? Choose one. I could just tell it choose any. And then how do you want to sound and do you want a photo of yourself on the site? So to make the site much more better, I could get a photo and then add that as well to my site. So I'll just quickly get a photo. And just paste that here. Yes, I will send that after. So where are you based and what are availability? I'll be right Nigeria, whichever country I want. Then I would paste my image. So that once I could just send that after it's exploring, it's reviewing clients, targets, details. You see, everything is just building the right context, and because the prompting process is like an iterative process to ensure that okay, at the end of the day, whatever you build is very close to what you desire, what's based on your preference. So we see V0 has asked us, is asking the question, okay, what outcome do you want this site to drive to win? Freelance, and let that option. Click on next. Then what are the, let's close this. Click on next. What best describe your field? A software developer. What design direction feels more like you? Just select clean and minimal, or no, bold and confident. Click on next. Then what section matter most to include? My about, selected word and projects. I could just select as much sections as I want. Then I click on submit. So while this is still reviewing client targets, it takes a while to run. It's gathering the necessary information. Yeah, we'll just wait for it to be done. We'll try to not give it more context so that it doesn't waste time so that we can, but the whole idea is to, as you're doing this, you have to do it iteratively. You give it as much text about yourself, I just gave it because I gave it love. Like I gave it my CV. That's why it's taking a while to be done. If you guys are following, just comment on this. Drop your comments on the comment section. If you are lost, let me know. But I want to be sure that everyone is following. So I'm waiting for your comments before I continue. Why it's still gathering context. I'm still waiting for the comments. I'm not seeing the comments. Okay, so let's go back to it's working on the website, it's building. Even though I have not sent my image yet, I can send that letter. But let's just see what it builds. Okay, um so we have something. We have a start. So it's structured the website for me, built like a simple portfolio website. I'm going to take it, try taking it to the next page, full screen, so you guys can see it. I'm going to close this. So yeah, see the website. There's no picture yet. It might not be my full taste. It might lack some things that I want. So I could give it more context. Tell it, okay, these are things that are missing. These are pictures. I could add pictures. Let me just add one single picture and yeah, like so that you guys can see it. So here's my image. You Here's my image. I could just send that. And so for V0, how should I handle your specific content? I'll space details in the reply now. Yes. Click on next. And what service do you want to be hired for? AI ML. Click on next. How should client contact you? A contact form. Click on next. You see now all those are questions that are very useful. And normally, if I wanted to go through the route of building blindly, the AI will still not get things right, and I'll still have to give it this context later on. So it's better to give it the right context now. So we just send that in. We close this. So I tell it, okay, here's my image, and say since you need since you choose, okay, I chose the right, just confirm as to your content and I'll drop that. So for that, I'm going to just tell it leave the back end for now because it's requesting for back end on the basis that I told it that I wanted a contact form, and which is reasonable because you need a back end for a contact form to work effectively. So I'm just going to get my CV. I'm on V0 currently, and I'll paste that too. Wait for it to load, then go back to V0 to Lovable. And we'll see what we have with Lovable. Let's see based on the image. So we can open the sites to see it in full. So this is the website in full. Say it has my contacts boldly written because, of course, this design I could decide that I don't like it. I could change something. It has my picture as a background. It has my education. It has my companies and the work I did with them. It has some of my project listed. I could add the links to this project and add more images about for this project. This is like a good start. I could build from here. It has the hero session that says, okay, I build AI product and make it past the demo. And because I told you that I like orange, I like pink, it went with the whole template that involved using pink and orange and a dark template. I could decide to say, okay, I don't like a dark template. I want it to be light templates, and it will work with that basically. That's the same thing. We could achieve the same thing on V0, similar, and it's just on the right context. And from the right context, once I have the right context and I tell the AI, okay, in the case where I don't have the right context, you can ask me questions. Once I have all this listed and have all this defined, I'm able to get something that is really, really good and way better than even what I have currently. Of course, like we'll have to iterate over the site to get to a bigger level, but just from like a few minutes, see what we've been able to produce, see how much we've been able to create. Just imagine if you spent like 30 minutes on this and you give it all the context you want, what you love, what you hate about designs. You get screenshots of other websites and then you paste those screenshots and you send those screenshots. So just imagine how amazing a portfolio you could build. So just to save time, I'm going to stop here. I just had to like introduce. Visual is going to take a longer time to walk through, but I'll just stop here. You can explore, and I would like to see what you guys build with these two tools and this prompting concept that I've just shared. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can drop them on this chat. I'll just stop here. I just know the time is fast spent.
I love
Yeah.
it. How was that, everyone? Everyone, let us know. Rose said, "Don't stop." She said, "Don't stop." We're already over time.
Yeah, it's way past time. I just took notes now.
See what happens when you hype up Professor Stanley? He gives you more. And so I love it. I love it. I love it. Those, yes, amazing. I hope you learned a lot. I'm expecting everyone to have, you should have your own website. You should have your own portfolio. It's so easy. You don't need a graphic designer anymore. You don't need to be doing all this stuff. You literally can build it yourself in 30 minutes. And more than half of that would be you collecting all your pictures and all the information you want on the site, not even the building of the site. And so we're wrapping up now. We're so grateful for everyone. And so the journey so far has been amazing. If you have been here from the beginning, we want to see from all of our OGs, put in the chat OGs. The first session, we did your AI starting point. If you have not watched that, please do, because we did it in order for you to learn the most effective. And that is where we really wanted to shift your mind to understand what AI is, why it's so important, why now, and the fundamentals that you need to know for AI. Then the second one, we did your first AI employee. Like I said, my chief of staff, my marketing lead, my the one who even our graphic design lead, the one who created all of the decks, all of the information, all the communications you guys have received, even the calendar invite, all AI agents. And so that was your AI employee. And then get your work day back. And then lastly, get pro results with any AI. And so the reason why we took you guys through this is because we wanted to give you a foundation. And we wanted to make sure you would not be a beginner anymore, and you would actually be someone who can create something. I know so many of you guys have sent me things that you've created, and I'm so excited to see that. But one thing that I want to make sure that happens is I want you to talk about it. right? Because you guys are only an expert in what people know you to be an expert in. And people cannot know you to be an expert or to know you to be even knowledgeable in something unless you talk about it. And you don't have to be at Stanley level or at my level, but you have to be able to show the world that you're in progress, right? I love people like I Show Speed. I love seeing how he first started his very first video. So now he's performing at FIFA. I didn't even know he does music or anything. But the way he just has consistently grown, it just shows you the beauty of building in public. And AI should make you even more relaxed to build in public because it's giving you a quality and a level that you probably could have never done yourself. You probably could have never coded that website yourself. You probably could have never made sure all your T's were crossed and your I's were dotted and you had no grammatical issues when you made a website. But when you do these things with AI, these things are almost automatic. And so please, we want you to build in public. We want you to grow in public. We want you to show the world what you're doing. And you don't even know, half the time you don't have the resources you need because no one knows what you're doing. And so if you're building a fitness app with AI, show us the first level. Let the first people who try it be from LinkedIn. Let them be from Instagram. If you're a doctor using AI, trying to revolutionize the medical field, show us, talk to us about what you're doing. You'll never know how far you can go. And so, with that being said, we wanted you to just know that we are still going to be here for you. We are going to be here for you, especially on LinkedIn and on our newsletter. I believe our newsletter is somewhere down here. Yes. bit.ly/flourish lab is where you can sign up to actually build with us. A lot of you guys have ideas and it's too easy to make money. It's too easy to build $1 million business for us to just keep sitting on ideas. This is why Flourish with AI even started. Because when I realized how much money some people were making in 6 months selling their businesses for multi-million dollars, and they don't even have employees, they built all of this through AI agents. I'm like, the people who need this are not using it. And that's why we started. And so if you want to build with us, if you want us to walk you through building, the Builders Lab is every month and it's a half day. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be like 3 hours with us, and we're literally going to watch you build, help you build, show you how to build, and give you the insights and even give you credit. So we are partnering with a company soon to be announced for the people who, well, to be announced to the people who sign up, that we're going to give you $1,000 in AI credits. And so you can actually build out whatever you need to build out. And so I highly suggest joining. It's $147 or $49 3 times, I think, or $47 3 times, one of them. It's on the slide. And we hope you join us. You can sign up at bit.ly/flourish lab. Like I said, only 49 piece 3 times. And then build with us, build live, and join us. I think that's it. Yes, I think that is all. And so we just want to say thank you. Stanley, adding you here. I see. Thank you, Professor Stanley, already. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for being with us over the last 4. We hope you will join us moving forward. And we just want to say thank you. We hope to see you in the lab. This is a very, very, very crucial investment, and we hope you make it, because some of you don't have necessarily the time to keep delaying on your vision, on your dream, on what ways to even make side money. And so we hope to see you in the lab. And the lab will always be the last Friday of each month, or the last weekend of each month. And so the last weekend of each month, we're going to be hosting the lab. And so literally, if you even do 3 months with us, you'll have a whole business product fully being able to use and send out to the world. If you come one time with us, you'll definitely have something that is built for yourself that you could definitely use or even beta. And so we hope to see you there. It's going to be a good time. Gonna be a good time. Thank you.
Thank you,
And Stanley,
guys.
anything else?
Harvey. No, everyone should have an amazing Friday. Happy Friday. Have a lovely weekend.
Amazing. And this will not be the necessarily last presentation, but we're not going to do them every single week like we did in the month of July. So make sure to watch, do your replays, take your notes, really look at all the AI prompts we gave you and stand 10 toes down on it. And then join us in the lab. And even if you don't join us in the lab, make sure that you definitely sign up for our newsletter. It's all in the email information after, so you'll get that. And this was amazing. We love you all. Peace out. And I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing weekend. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
I've been the jungle, away. You unchain me now, I'm like Django. And I am not the same. Can't tell me nada, remontada. Game is over, I am the winner. Cause I know I won't lose my composure.